Hey there friends, welcome back to my crafty space. In today's video, I'm going to be working on another spread with the Colorcast Design August collection. So for this one, I was inspired by this title right here that says Overheard. And what I wanted to do was pick a day to pay attention specifically to the things that Isabella says and write them down, and then to create an entire spread for it. So right after I opened up this kit and started looking through all the pieces, we actually went on a hike. And this is something that I've documented in a couple of different ways over the course of the last few weeks. But I really loved the idea of keeping track of the things that she was saying while we were on our hike. So that's what I did. I just brought my phone with me and opened up my notes app. And anytime she said something that I thought was cute or clever or, anything funny, I wrote it down so that I could remember to put it on a spread later. So then I've got a bunch of pictures from when we were out on our hike. They're all of her. Some are maybe of her holding my hand. This one, she's kind of out of focus, but petting like some moss on a log. I've got a picture of her and her brother, so Izzy and Jonah, and then one of her sitting up on a tree branch. So just a bunch of different ones from being in the forest. I selected 4 quotes from her from our hike in the woods and printed those on vellum. My plan is to add them onto a square of pattern paper, which I've already cut these down. I did this actually during my planning process, which would have been a video that you could watch yesterday. So if you haven't watched that yet, that is where I cut apart a bunch of different papers to use in my projects this month. And then I'm also going to use some hearts on some of those squares as well. So let's go ahead, get you on fast forward. I'm going to get this spread done. It probably won't take a very large amount of time because it's pretty simple. And then once we've got it done, I'll slow you down, I'll read the quotes, and then we'll finish up from there. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first things first, we're going to take this photo, which I printed at the page protector size, 6.875 by 8.25, and hole punch the side of it so the photo can go directly into the album outside of a page protector. Then I'm going to add my title pieces above Izzy's head. This was just a really cute photo that she took next to, there was a V of trees, and she was talking about how it was like a doorway, and so she went over and she posed next to it, and I took her picture and super loved it. So printed that one really big and blown up. The title Overheard I'm putting over top of her head, and then I've got this wood veneer subtitle that basically says Escape the Ordinary. And that was actually from a travel collection that Jessica did in Colorcast Designs last year with a bunch of those little wood veneer phrases. So sometimes I like to pull those out to pair with my large acrylic pieces to help break up all of that plastic and give it another type of texture on the page. And also I like them, the size of them is perfect for subtitles underneath the large titles. For the right side of this page, I am working inside of a 2x2 page protector, and I have a 2x2 page protector with spots to fill. So that is part of why this ended up with this type of design, this page. And what I did is I took 3 of those acrylic hearts that have the outline and then the inside portion, and those are going on 3 of the pattern paper 2x2s that I had cut prior to starting this video. And then on the other 4 pattern papers, I'm adding some of the things that Izzy said, and some of them also have a little bit of context added on there too to help make more sense. But those I printed on vellum in a 1.75 by 1.75 square so that there's a little border around them with the full color of the pattern paper, and then there's the bit in the middle that you can see through, but it's definitely got an opaque type of look to it. So then I attached those onto the pattern papers using my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher, and then just used my roller adhesive to add on all of the acrylic pieces. So I really like the way that this looks. It's got a clean look to it, but there's still a lot of color and still a lot going on. Like we've got vellum, we've got wood, we've got acrylic, we've got pattern paper. There's a lot happening, but at the same time, it still has a pretty clean look to it. Once I have all of those little squares ready to go, the last thing I wanted to do was add a date stamp to this spread. Now, originally I was thinking about adding my date stamping next to one of those acrylic hearts, but then I got to thinking that it probably wouldn't press down close enough. Like I couldn't get it close enough to the heart. So instead I stuck it right above my titles. It's a little hard to see, easier to see in person, and then called this one done. All right, friends, that completes my spread for today. So again, and what's really nice about working with Colorcast design products and keeping my spreads kind of on the simpler side like this is they really go fairly quickly once you have your photos edited and printed and your journaling done. Those are the parts that take the longest when it comes to putting together a spread like this, because it was just stick a couple things down and staple down some vellum typed up journaling, and that's it. And I just really love the way that it looks. It's clean and it's pretty and colorful, and I love it. So let's go ahead and read the journaling for this one. It's going to be short. It's just 4 little sections here of things that Izzy said. So Izzy said, "I love nature because it gives me feathers." She had found a feather on the path, and I wrote that down, referencing a bird feather she found on the path. And that's what she exclaimed when she found it. "I love nature because it gives me feathers." Later she said, "I want to see something really cool, like a spider, maybe a daddy long legs." Izzy loves bugs and spiders, for any of you who don't know that. So she's like legitimately excited to see spiders. Then she said, "I like this. I'm keeping it because it looks like maracas," which she was referencing this like acorn-ish seed that she found on the ground, and it reminded her of maracas. So she picked that up and carried it the entire way on our hike so that she could bring it home. And the last one she said is, "Nature is the best. We got to see a chipmunk," which was after she had seen a chipmunk right on a stump right next to her. So it's just so funny, how excited the kids get about being out in nature. Like, I love nature. Nature is the best, and I want to see bugs, and I got to see animals, and it just really, really made my day that she was so excited about it, and then so therefore was her brother. So just a really fun day for us. Anyway, this was a great way to document it. I'm happy to have this one in the books. This one's going to go inside of her story album and just be a reminder of going on a hike with Mom. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing this one come together. I hope it inspires you to tell some of your stories and use some of the product that you are also getting, or maybe that you already have. I am going to be back again tomorrow live at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to put together 4 more Colorcast design spreads. I have them ready to go, so I'm very much looking forward to hanging out with you guys and getting all of those put together. All right, friends, in the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you guys in tomorrow's videos. Bye, friends.